In this episode, we will explore how to describe the learning outcomes of each cluster of principles in your program. In the last module, you sequenced and chunked the principles of your program into a sequence of clusters that we can refer to as a program map. How are you going to proceed with the final step of designing your program and start designing the courses within your program? The next step in designing courses from your clusters of principles is to describe the learning outcome of each cluster. These statements will then be used as course learning outcomes and guide the rest of the design of the courses. It is best if you can write one learning outcome statement for each cluster. If you find it difficult to come up with only one outcome for a cluster, perhaps you should consider splitting the cluster into two or more clusters so that you can. Conversely, if you find that two clusters have very similar learning outcomes, then perhaps they should be combined. When writing a learning outcome statement for a cluster, consider this guiding question. What do you want the learners to be able to do to demonstrate that they successfully learned to understand and employ the principles of the cluster? Can you see how answering this question will help you to design a strong learning outcome statement for each cluster? These statements are stronger when they clearly describe what actions the learners will be able to do in terms that are observable and measurable. Strong course learning outcome statements have the following benefits. They make it easier to determine the success of the program because these outcomes are measurable. They can also be used to promote the program and recruit participants. They can help stakeholders understand what the results will be. And finally, they can guide the further design and development of the courses within the program. Review the learning outcome statement from this unit. Can you see how it describes what you are expected to be able to do after completing this program? Do you think that you can now write statements that describe what actions your target learners need to be able to do to demonstrate that they have successfully completed your program? In summary, the two principles that you should remember and be able to employ from this presentation are: 1. The course learning outcome statement should describe what the learners will be able to do to demonstrate that they have successfully learned to understand and employ one or more related principles. And 2. Describing the intended learning outcome of a course in a clear statement is the best way to communicate the purpose and promise of a course.